Margarita Carmen Cancino, who later became known as Rita Hayworth, entered the world on October 17, 1918, in Brooklyn, New York. Her father, Eduardo Cancino, was a flamenco dancer from Spain, while her mother, Volga Hayworth, was an American dancer with Irish and English roots. From a young age, Margarita was immersed in the performing arts, as her father aspired to uphold their family's dance legacy. He dedicated himself to training her, and together they formed a dance duo called the Dancing Cancinos. This act served not only as a display of their skills, but also as a means of survival during the challenging times of the Great Depression. Although they garnered recognition, Margarita's formative years were filled with the weight of expectations, leaving her little opportunity to experience the carefree joys of childhood. As Margarita grew up, her father's ambitions led him to push boundaries in pursuit of success. Due to child labor laws in California, Eduardo moved their act to Tijuana, Mexico, where rules were more lenient. The young Margarita, dressed in provocative attire, performed in nightclubs, drawing attention but also controversy. Eduardo allowed audiences to mistake Margarita for his wife, further complicating her experiences. Offstage, Margarita faced a turbulent home life. Eduardo was a controlling figure, gambling away their earnings, and subjecting Margarita to physical abuse when she failed to meet his demands. He carefully concealed the abuse to protect their act, but the trauma left lasting scars. Margarita's isolation from peers, and her inability to attend school regularly deprived her of a normal childhood, embedding deep insecurities that would influence her future relationships. The pressures of her early life shaped her identity and affected her interactions with others, leaving her to navigate a world that often felt unkind and unforgiving. By her teenage years, Margarita's talent and striking looks earned her minor roles in films. Signed to a short contract with Fox Studios, she adopted the screen name Rita Cancino and played roles that typecast her as an exotic beauty. Her career faced an early setback when Fox merged with 20th Century Studios, leading to the termination of her contract. Around this time, she encountered Edward Judson, a charismatic but manipulative man who saw Rita as a means to elevate his status. Edward, significantly older than Rita, promised to transform her into a star. Trusting his vision, Rita married him at the age of 18, hoping his guidance would lead her to success. Under his management, Rita underwent a dramatic transformation, including painful electrolysis to raise her hairline and hair treatments to lighten her appearance, aligning with Hollywood's beauty standards. Although these changes improved her marketability, Edward's controlling nature and exploitative tactics made her feel like a pawn in his schemes. Edward's efforts paid off when Rita secured a contract with Columbia Pictures, marking a significant step in her career. However, his methods revealed his true intentions. He encouraged her to use personal relationships to advance her career, pressuring her to ingratiate herself with studio executives. Rita, despite her talent, faced a difficult choice. While she refused some of these demands, she still earned a place at Columbia, showcasing her determination and skill. Unfortunately, Edward's financial mismanagement left Rita destitute even as her star began to rise. He spent her earnings lavishly, living a life of excess while Rita struggled. His threats of violence loomed over her, creating an atmosphere of fear that stifled her spirit. After years of manipulation, Rita found the courage to file for divorce in 1942. This separation left her without financial resources, forcing her to rely on friends for meals and support. Yet, it also marked the beginning of her independence, allowing her to reclaim her life and career on her own terms. At Columbia Pictures, Rita's career blossomed under the watchful eye of studio head Harry Cohn. He saw her potential but viewed her more as a product than a person. To make her more appealing to the mainstream audience, Cohn insisted on changing her name to Rita Hayworth, adopting her mother's maiden name. This was just the beginning of the transformation he envisioned. Cohn demanded that Rita alter her appearance, pushing for a rebranding that would present her as the quintessential all-American star. She worked tirelessly, often appearing in several films each year, and gained recognition for her roles, particularly in You'll Never Get Rich with Fred Astaire. Despite her undeniable talent and charm, Cohn's controlling nature often overshadowed her achievements. He micromanaged her career, denying her the chance to approve scripts and treating her personal life as if it belonged to the studio. Even after Cohn's death, Rita described him as a monster, someone who exploited her for financial gain, leaving a lasting impact on her life and career. In 1943, Rita Hayworth married actor-director Orson Welles, a man whose charisma and intellectual pursuits were a stark contrast to her previous relationships. Their marriage started with genuine affection, and they welcomed a daughter, Rebecca, in 1944. However, as time went on, Orson's relentless ambition and infidelity began to strain their bond. He often spent long periods away from home, engaged in political speeches, film projects, and extramarital affairs. This left Rita to manage her insecurities and the challenges of new motherhood largely on her own. Her struggles with self-esteem, which were rooted in a traumatic childhood, led to bouts of heavy drinking and emotional outbursts. Despite these difficulties, Rita described her years with Orson as some of her happiest. The couple shared a deep connection, but the pressures of Orson's career and personal choices ultimately led to their divorce in 1947. Their relationship remains a significant chapter in Rita's life, marked by both love and heartache. Rita's whirlwind romance with Prince Ali Khan began in 1948, capturing the attention of the world. As a wealthy and influential figure, Ali was known for his charm and social status. Their relationship was significant as Rita became the first American actress to marry into royalty, which fascinated the public and media alike. The couple welcomed a daughter, Princess Yasmin, in 1949, adding to the allure of their union. However, as time passed, cultural and lifestyle differences began to emerge. Ali's extravagant parties and playboy lifestyle often clashed with Rita's desire for a more tranquil family life. This contrast created tension between them. Financial issues also surfaced, as Ali spent Rita's earnings alongside his own wealth, leading to further strain in their relationship. Disillusioned by these challenges, Rita made the difficult decision to return to Hollywood. She resumed acting, but under less favorable terms at Columbia, which added to her stress. The demands of her new contract, combined with her troubled personal life, took a toll on her mental health. Despite the glamour of Hollywood, Rita Hayworth's fourth marriage to singer Dick Haymes was a challenging chapter in her life. This union came at a time when Haymes was struggling with financial issues and legal troubles. He saw Rita not just as a partner, but as a way to escape his problems. Their marriage quickly became a source of public scandal, particularly due to the custody battles over Rita's children. These disputes drew attention and even led to government intervention, highlighting the neglectful care arrangements that were in place. As the marriage progressed, Haymes began to manipulate Rita both emotionally and financially. He convinced her to sell her assets and accept contracts that were not in her best interest. This manipulation took a toll on Rita, who found herself trapped in a relationship that was far from supportive. The situation escalated to a public altercation, which ultimately led to the end of their marriage. While this separation freed Rita from another exploitative partnership, it left her reputation and finances in a state of disarray, marking a difficult period in her life. As Rita Hayworth entered her fifth and final marriage to producer James Hill, she began to experience early symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. At first, her erratic behavior was mistakenly linked to her struggles with alcoholism, which had been a part of her life for many years. This misunderstanding overshadowed the true nature of her health issues. Her forgetfulness and mood swings became more pronounced, impacting her ability to fulfill professional commitments. This decline in her health ultimately led to her retirement after her last film, The Wrath of God, in 1972. Despite the challenges she faced, Rita made efforts to maintain a sense of normalcy in her life. However, as her condition deteriorated, she became increasingly reliant on her daughter, Princess Yasmin, for care and support. This period marked a significant and difficult chapter in Rita's life, as she navigated the complexities of her health while trying to hold on to her identity as a beloved actress. In her later years, Rita lived quietly under Yasmin's care, with regular efforts to preserve her dignity and appearance. Diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 1980, she became a public symbol of the disease, raising awareness through her struggles. This diagnosis brought attention to the challenges faced by those living with Alzheimer's, highlighting the importance of understanding and compassion for individuals and families affected by the condition. Despite the difficulties she encountered, Rita's legacy as an iconic Hollywood star endures, showcasing her resilience and talent. Her performances in classic films captivated audiences and solidified her status as a leading lady of her time. Rita's story reflects the complexities of fame and the sacrifices behind her celebrated image. The glamour of her early career contrasts sharply with the personal battles she faced later in life, reminding us that even the brightest stars can experience profound challenges. Her journey continues to inspire many, emphasizing the need for empathy and support for those dealing with similar struggles. As Margarita Carmen Cancino transformed into Rita Hayworth, she became a symbol of beauty and talent in Hollywood. Her journey from a young dancer to a leading lady in films was marked by hard work and determination. Despite the pressures of her early life, she captivated audiences with her performances, showcasing her remarkable skills and charm. Rita starred in numerous films, becoming one of the most popular actresses of her time. Her roles often highlighted her stunning looks and vibrant personality, making her a favorite among fans. However, behind the glamour, she faced personal struggles, including challenges in her relationships and the demands of fame. Rita's legacy endures, as she is remembered not only for her film career, but also for her resilience and grace. Her story reflects the complexities of stardom and the sacrifices made in pursuit of success. The impact of her work continues to inspire new generations, reminding us of the power of talent and perseverance in the face of adversity.